What is going on, everyone? My name is JSKRINE99, a fellow member of Community Z, and in this video, I'll be talking about Black Ops 4 in my opinion. Black Ops 4, I think it's the worst zombies. Honestly, I think it's the worst zombies. Now, people get confused when I say that and think, oh, so it's bad. No, it's just the worst. It's not a bad zombies game by any means. It's decent. Like, it's not like stupid or terrible or anything, but it's just not the best, compared to all the other Treyarchs, World at War, Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. I mean, it just does not compete with any of those. The only thing I would debate it better than is like Infinite or Advanced Warfare. But honestly, I think it's the worst zombies. It's definitely the worst out of Treyarch, but if you include Infinite and Advanced, then I guess it's personal preference at that point. I don't know. I didn't play Infinite or Advanced too much, so I can't say much about it. But in my opinion, I really do think Black Ops 4 is the worst zombies. Now, with that being said, it is a decent zombies game. There are some absolutely great things about it, and there are some bad things, absolutely terrible things about it, and there are some like decent things about it. There are some things that could have been great but aren't. And there's some things that I feel like they had the right idea, it'd be amazing. So for example, Gauntlet. Gauntlet was a great idea, along with Rush. Both of them great ideas. Like game modes. I wish they would have brought back Turn though, but or Grief. But it is what it is. I didn't make the game, so not my fault. But Gauntlet. Had the right idea, each round is a different challenge. That's so cool. It sounds great, right? Until you find out the challenges aren't really challenging, they're just tedious. For example, on the Gauntlet for Voyage, which is called Unsinkable, round 27 is you have to survive the entire round using only an Essex. Now, that's not hard. It's not. You could easily do it. You just got to run in a circle for 2 hours. That's it. You just spam your Essex, and it's really dumb to me because it's that's not even a challenge. It's just tedious and annoying. I could run around. I can survive round 100 with an Essex. It's not hard. I just have to walk around in a circle for hours. It's not hard, and it's just annoying and time consuming, really. So I think if they really would have put more thought into Gauntlet as to what is actually a challenge and what's tedious, then they probably would have. I think it would have been a lot better, but I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Then you got Rush. Rush, I have mixed feelings about. I do think it can be fun. I do think it can be. I think it can be a good time. If you're messing around with friends. I think that can be a lot of fun. However, I have no desire to play it by myself. Absolutely no desire. I just don't. By myself, it just doesn't seem enjoyable. And I'm not very good. I mean, my highest score is 4 million. I have friends who their highest score is 3.7 billion. So I mean, maybe I'm just bad. I don't know, but I just never really enjoyed it by myself. If I'm playing with people, it's kind of enjoyable, but overall, I'm not a huge fan of it. And then you have the actual zombie survival. Zombies is good. It's a good zombies. I will. I like how they introduced difficulties. How there's a casual, normal, hardcore, realistic. I kind of like that. I like that I got to choose how hard I want my zombies to be. I don't play realistic ever. It's insane. People who play realistic are a different breed. I mean, they're just insane. But I don't do realistic. If you don't know, realistic means you're one hit unless you have armor, and I'm not for that. Same with hardcore. Hardcore is essentially Black Ops 3 but with no Jug. This is what it is, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. I feel like hardcore or realistic would be a lot better addition if there was Jug or something along those lines, but there isn't. So it kind of loses its touch a little bit. Normal is, I think, in my opinion, it should have been a combination of normal and hardcore. Shouldn't have been two different things. There should have been a casual for beginners, people learning the game. If this is their first time, that I agree should stay. Normal and hardcore should have combined, and because there was no Jug, so I feel like 200 health would have been good. But I don't like that in normal there's a health cap for zombies at round 35. So if I'm running around with a gun that's, so if I, like a sniper, for example, the outlaw is a one-shot headshot at round 35, which means on normal difficulty, on round 1,000, it will still be a one-shot headshot. I don't like that. That seems dumb to me. It's like, how are they not getting stronger? They're just more of them, you know? So it's like, I guess the game expected you to run out of ammo. They're like, oh yeah, so it's all right if your gun's good as long as, you know, you'll run out of ammo, right? The problem is there are so many ways to get ammo now that, like, I don't even run out of ammo. Like, I can get ammo. I can run classic elixir. I don't have to run cashback or alchemical anesthesis or any of that. You can run the bandolier secret sauce strat, and you can get ammo anytime you want for any gun. And I just think that's so annoying that, like, I guess they just assume that, oh, you can't do high rounds because they're going to be running out of ammo, right? But we're not. I promise we're not. I mean, on half of the maps, you can buy ammo for the dang guns. Like, it's dumb. It's no real challenge. Normal zombies is no challenge at all. There's no challenge. I could get to around 1,000 on any map I wanted to. Problem is, one, the game can't handle it, and two, it's just, you know, time consuming. For example, I have a team that we could easily get to any round we wanted. We could go to the max round 1,024 on Blood of the Dead if we really wanted to. Easily could do it. Problem is, the game can't handle it. But with our strat that we have, we literally can't even take damage. And it's not cheating, it's not glitch, it's just the game is that easy. And this is on every map. I mean, a 9 is pretty hard. 9 is a little trickier to high round on because you can get hit pretty easy. Voyage is pretty easy. Blood is the easiest map to high round on, in my opinion, if you have a team. Solo, Dead of the Night is by far the easiest. Classified is actually a map that takes a little more effort to high round on, I will say. That map actually does take effort, along with Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega takes some effort too. Tag, easy high round. Dead of the Night, easy. Ancient Evil, easy. Like, they're just so easy. You know, if you go back in the day, getting high rounds were impressive. You know, getting round 100 on Black Ops 2 was, like, insane. If you got to round 100 on Black Ops 2, you were legendary. If you get round 100 on Black Ops 4, you're, like, typical. Like, it's not hard anymore. It ruins, you know, like, what's the point in playing a game if everyone's good at it, you know? Like, where's the fun in that? Like, I don't know. I don't like how easy zombies is anymore. I don't. Black Ops 3, they were pushing it because AATs were so overpowered. And, I mean, one thing Black Ops 4 did, they did reduce AAT's strength a lot. They're actually not even... They don't have infinite... None of them have infinite damage anymore. Not only that, they're nowhere near as good as the ones in Black Ops 3. Also, there's a delay. So, in Black Ops 3... If you remember, Deadwire would go off every, 5 seconds. Now there's a 30-second cooldown for Kilowatt, which is the Deadwire for Black Ops 4, which I think is an excellent addition. And some people complained about it. I think it's an excellent addition because it prevents people just running in a circle with Deadwire. Even though you can just stand in a corner with a Hellion, but that's another conversation that we're going to have right now. The Hellion is the most overpowered gun in Call of Duty history. I would consider it a wonder weapon. It's so good. It's unreal how good this thing is. I mean, it can kill the boss in 3 shots. That is how strong it is. It's so unbelievably powerful. It is so unfair. It should not be. I mean, I think the Hellion should be in the game. I just don't think it should be as good as it is, because it's insane. Or if you do leave it as good as it is, don't give it 44 rockets. Or if you have Bandolier, you have 52 rockets. That's so many. You're giving the most overpowered gun in the game. You're giving the most overpowered weapon in history a good amount of ammo. That's just already insane as it is. It's just stupid overpowered. What really bothers me is the fact that the MOG 12 was one of the best guns in the game. It wasn't the best. It was one of the best. It's a wall weapon. So when it's not pack-a-punched, terrible. Literally just not even useful. When it's pack-a-punched, though, it was insane. It was so good. Everyone would run the MOG. It was such a good gun. Everyone loved it. And then they nerfed it. Now the Mog Pack Punch isn't even that good anymore. It's honestly not even like good. Like it's not even worth getting anymore. And it's annoying that they nerf that, but not the gun that literally can wipe out an entire room with one bullet. Like literally, I could like when the elephant comes in on 9, I can break the armor off and kill an elephant without reloading. That is how easy it is. It's stupid. It is so stupid. There's no weapon that should be that powerful, especially if it's not a wonder weapon. Like the fact that weapon, there's more weapons that are more powerful than the wonder weapon on 9, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. But it is what it is. Once again, I didn't make the game, so. What else about the game? So let's talk about maps. The maps on Black Ops 4. Man, see, this is hard because a lot of it is personal preference. So, for example, Call of the Dead on Black Ops 1, I did not like that map at all. Didn't like it. Tag came out, which is, of course, a remake of Call of the Dead. I immediately don't like it. I have played that map maybe 6 times, and I have resented every game. I do not enjoy that map whatsoever. And I think it does kind of coincide with me hating Call of the Dead. But, I mean, it's not really my fault because Tag also kind of does suck because it literally is a copy and paste with an extra room. Not to mention they made the high routing extremely easy. The Easter egg is a joke. It's one of the worst Easter eggs. It's super stupid. Not only that, there's not even a boss fight, and it's the ending to Ether. Like, it's this ending, there's a grand finale to this 10, 11-year storyline, and they end it with a soul box. They don't even end it with a boss fight. Like, I don't fight Monty. I don't fight some apothecant. I don't fight anything. I literally just kill zombies for 5 minutes, and it's like, oh, there's the boss fight. Like, are you kidding me? I waited 10 years for this? Oh, like, what the heck is this? Like, that was one of the worst things. That's probably the worst way they could have ended it. Not to mention, they lost funding, so there weren't even animated cutscenes for Tag, except for the one where Eddie and Sam are walking, like, towards the light, like they just died and getting rebirthed or something. I don't know. It's just a little... Oh, man, I think they just blew it. They blew it so bad. They blew the entire Ether story, in my opinion. So, every Ether map in Black Ops 4 is a remake, or remaster, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. They suck. The only good map, Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega, people say, oh, it's a Nuketown remake, or a Nuketown remaster. I personally believe it's a whole new map. You cannot sit here and tell me that it's not a whole new map, because they literally took the original Nuketown, which if you remember that is, it's the 2 houses in that little middle section. They took that, added... Let me think here. 2 more sections of that? A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah. They added 2 more sections. So that's basically they doubled, tripled it, and then they added an entire bunker system. So that's a whole nother... It's like they took Nuketown, added it to itself again, and then again and again. It's huge. It's a whole new map. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got the original bits, but, like, let's be honest here. It's essentially a different map. And I love it. I thoroughly love Alpha Omega. It's actually one of my favorite maps of all time. I would put it in my top 5. It's insane how good it is. And people complain about it. I don't know why. It's an excellent map. The layout is amazing. The Elemental Ray Gun Mark IIs are amazing. Such a good thing they threw in there. The fact that there's 8 characters on this map instead of the routine 4, and you can mix and match Ultimus and Primus is so cool. That is such a cool thing you can do, that you can be old Richtofen playing with young Dempsey. That's really cool to me. Not only that, there's 2 new Nova Crawlers. There's the Jolting Jacks, which aren't really annoying. And then there's the little green ones that I swear to God can rot in hell. They are the most annoying things on the planet. But, I mean, as long as you don't go in the bunker, they don't spawn. So it's like, yeah, they're the most annoying zombie in the game, but, like, as long as all 4 players are above ground, they don't spawn. So it's fine. And then you got the Rushmore system. You got the codes. That I love. I thoroughly love it. It's such a good addition. It's, what is it like? Um, it's kind of like Nuketown, Blood of the Dead, kinda, where you enter in codes, and then like a certain codes give you a reward. Um, I love that. I think, and Rushmore is a very unique system, because there's no codes that are like super overpowered. They're like, oh yeah, you skip around or well, you get a free wonder weapon or something. You don't get that. They're all like, one of them is you turn beds, the pack punch room, into a rave, like party lights, disco, and everything. And I think it's so cool. There's one that spawns a nuke, one spawns a bonfire sail, one actually spawns an undead man walking. So for I think it's 5 minutes, all zombies are like walking. There's a noob where if you activate this code before round, I think it's like 7, something like that. All zombies have round 1 health. You can make any perk machine for a single round half off. So if your dying wish is on your brew perk, you could, instead of it being 4,000, be 2,000. There's a bunch more. There's one where Rushmore actually rants to you about being Rushmore. It's so cool, and there's just so much to it. The Easter egg is phenomenal. I personally think the Easter egg on Alpha Omega is a very, very good Easter egg. You learn so much about everything, and it's just it makes so many good connections. There's so many fun side Easter eggs as well. There's the 200 side Easter egg, the what is that, insanity mode. Such a cool Easter egg. There's the free perk Easter egg, the self revive Easter egg. There's just so many cool things. All the writings on the walls, they're just so cool. They brought back Galvanuckles again, and it's just such a good map overall. It's just a great map. Classified. I wish they didn't get rid of the Pentagon Thief. I wish they didn't get rid of him because it does. Without him, the map is pretty easy. But I will say overall, it's 5. They copy and pasted it exactly, essentially. But instead of Pack Punch being in the president's room, it's at Groom Lake, which I think was a cool addition. I think it was a cool twist. I kind of like that. It's a fun bonus. As a bonus map, I think it's an excellent bonus map. I think it's a really good bonus map. There's not much to it. It's pretty simple. It's got a little size to it, but it's not tiny like 9. But it's a good map. It's a really good map. Good layout. Good. You can camp on it. You could train. You could do all this stuff. I think it's a good map overall. I just wish they kept Pentagon Thief because that's such a trademark of the 5. So I wish they would have kept that, but it's fine that they didn't. It's not a big deal. Overall, I do think it's a pretty decent map. I will say though, the round 150 Easter egg is rather stupid. I think, personally, my opinion, it should have been round 115. It makes sense, element 115. Plus, 115 is a lot more obtainable for people, but 150 isn't. And what also sucks is the fact that the Easter egg goes round 150, and the game literally wouldn't let anybody go to round 150 until, I think, like mid-March. I had 7 attempts on the classified Easter egg. 6 of them, I crashed at round 94. The 7th one, I got to round 150. And it's just oh man, was that a brutal experience. So I don't it's a good map. I will say in the end it's a good map. Then what map am I missing? Then we got yeah, but after that you got Blood of the Dead. Oh, Blood of the Dead. Oh man. This map I am probably most passionate about because this map is so controversial. There's people who hate the map entirely and think it's one of the worst maps ever. Some people think it's a really good map. In my opinion, overall, if you're looking at every possible aspect of a zombies game for this map alone, it is a bad map. It's not a good map. Honestly, it is one of the worst maps. And people are like, oh, why is that? Like, oh, it's like, what's wrong with it? Like, it's, it looks cool, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, the map layout is good. It looks good. If you're just playing for fun, I guess, yeah, it's a good map. But if you're talking Easter egg, probably the worst Easter egg of all time. Without question, probably the worst Easter egg of all time. It is just absolutely abysmal. I mean, who goes on zombies and goes, you know what? I feel like using 30 shield blasts to do an Easter egg. Like, who? Like, it's such a stupid Easter egg. Like, it's literally just 20. I believe it's 27 shield blasts, maybe 24. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It sucks. 27 shield blasts and a couple escorts. That's the entire Easter egg. Stupid. It is just a god awful Easter egg. You can ask anyone who has done that Easter egg; they will tell you it's the worst Easter egg. It's just a terrible Easter egg, and like it's so bad. It's just not even worth doing. It's so dumb. It's so time consuming, and it's just tedious and very annoying. When it comes to high rounding, I could literally one, two, three, or four people. I can get to any round I want easily. You know what else? I can do it without even having a gun. That is how easy it is. That map is incredibly easy to high round on. It is the easiest map to high round on, in my opinion, when it comes to team-wise. Solo, that's Dead of the Night. But if you have a team, without a doubt, Blood of the Dead is the easiest map to high round on. And, I mean, literally, you can get to any round you want without shooting a bullet. That is how easy it is. It's stupid easy. You don't have to use a trap. You don't have to use some glitch or exploit. It's literally the easiest thing in the world. And I think the combination of it being the easiest high round of all time, the worst Easter egg of all time, along with like just it's a little bit too big in my opinion, plus two crappy wonder weapons and a terrible Pack-a-Punch camo. It just all combines for a terrible map. And yeah, I guess if you're just playing for fun, it's a decent map. It is a little big in my opinion. There should have been like one, maybe two more fast travels. But overall, it's just not a good... it's just not a good map. I mean, like overall wise, it's not good. If you're talking strictly layout, honestly, it's pretty decent. But like... I just don't enjoy it, you know, because I'm not, like, I'll play for fun. Like, I play for fun, you know, it happens time to time. But I typically go for world records or I do Easter eggs. And both of those on that map, either A, is stupid easy, so it's like, oh, wow, free world record. Or it's an annoying, tedious Easter egg that nobody wants to do. And what's insane is, like, how people talk so highly of this map. Like the other day, I actually was in someone's stream and they said Blood of the Dead is better than Mob of the Dead. Now I understand everyone's entitled to their opinion, but there comes a point when you're wrong. You cannot sit here and tell me Mob of the Dead is worse. Mob of the Dead had an amazing Easter egg. It had such a good Easter egg. I mean, everyone's like, oh, you just go to the bridge 3 times and you're done. I'm like, no, there's so much. If you've done the Easter egg like solo or like you've done it with like you've actually really paid attention, there's so much to it. I mean, one of the best part is the audio reels. The audio reels is one of the best zombie Easter egg steps ever. It's such a good step. It is so unique. It's so cool what they do, and it's one of the best ones. They introduced the Acid Gat. The Acid Gat is insane on Mob of the Dead. Such a good weapon. Not only that, you have the original Golden Spork. Also, you have the Hell's Redeemer. And I will say the Hell's Redeemer on Mob of the Dead is significantly better than the Hell's Redeemer on Black Ops 4. The Acid Gat is also significantly better on Mob of the Dead than it is on Black Ops 4. And then you got the Warden. The Warden, I believe, is weaker on Black Ops 4. Or everything is just stronger. I mean, I don't know. But like it's just on Mob of the Dead, you actually had to be good to get a high round. You actually had to be like pretty decent at it to get a high round. Black Ops 4, I can sit in a corner and get to round 200 without even moving. Like it's not hard, you know. It's not challenging. It shows no skill. It's just kind of dumb. And with that being said, I'm actually going for a high round on that map. So I'm hypocritical, aren't I? But I think you have to remember Blood of the Dead is a remake. So they took an old map, buffed up the graphics, added a new area or two, and they said, all right, here is Blood of the Dead. And when you take a map that is a fan favorite, one of the best maps of all time, and you take it and remaster it, you would expect people to like it almost as much as Mob of the Dead, if not more, you know? It makes sense. Like, you know, if you take something everyone really loves and you say we're going to make it better, people should love it more. That makes sense. Unfortunately, they didn't make it better. They just added graphics, and they're like, all right, well, the graphics are pretty cool, and here's 2 new areas, so that's pretty cool. And now we have the Magma Gap. And if you don't know, the Magma Gap actually sucks. The Magma Gap is not an enjoyable weapon. Low rounds, yeah, it's pretty good. For the Easter egg, it's decent. But when you get to high rounds, oh, it sucks. It's literally worthless. Because when you shoot your little magma ball on the floor or whatever, literally the zombies touch it and they come straight for you, straight after you. And they don't die. They take like 20 seconds to die. So it's like, I'm going to do this, shoot them, and they're going to catch on fire and come at me. And then I'm going to have to switch to my other weapon and kill him with that anyway. So why not just use that in the first place? What's the point of the Magma Gap? And I've been told so many times that the Magma Gap, the upgraded Magma Gap, one-shots the Warden. I have upgraded that Magma Gap so many times. I have shot the Warden so many times. I've shot him in the foot, I've shot him in the thigh, I've shot him in the stomach, I've shot him in the chest, I've shot him in the head. From far away, from point blank. I have never one-shot the Warden. So whoever says they're one-shotting the Warden with a Magma Gap, please let me know how you did it, where you did it, what hole you shoved that Magma Gap up that one-shot him, because it doesn't do that. I have yet to see it. I've yet to see a Warden one-shot. I've never seen it. It usually takes me 3-4 shots to kill a Warden. I don't know. Maybe the first Warden, yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess I haven't played the map enough, which is insane because I have some of the highest rounds ever achieved on that map. So I wouldn't say that. So I don't know. But overall, Blood of the Dead, not a great map overall. Just not. Compared to Mob, not good. And if you don't want to compare it to Mob, compare it to other Black Ops 4 maps, it's still not good. It's just not good. And then let's go over one of my favorite parts of Black Ops 4. And actually, one of my favorite parts of all of Zombies is the Chaos story. I thoroughly love the Chaos story. Why people hate on it so much, I don't know. Because people are butthurt they can't be Richtofen and Dempsey or whoever. Like, they're like, oh my god, new characters. Like, I don't get it because, oh my god. I mean, you play on the Titanic, a Roman Colosseum, a haunted mansion, the ancient city of Delphi. Like, those are such cool ideas. They're such great map ideas. And every map, except Voyage, has just is everything excellent about it. Like, 9 has a great Easter egg for it being a beginner's map. It is a beginner's map. It is not some expert's map where, like, yeah, this is the map the pros play on. Like, no, this is an excellent map for beginners. Very simple to understand. You cannot get lost. It's literally a circle. It's very simple. It introduces perks. It introduces heavy zombies. It introduces catalyst zombies. And it introduces how to open pack-a-punches. It's such a good beginner's map. Like, I mean, honestly, you could not make a better map than 9 for beginners. You cannot make. That was a perfect map, in my opinion. An absolutely perfect map. I think they did an excellent job with it. With that being said, 9 does have kind of a crappy wonder weapon. But honestly, who cares? It's such a great map. And if you ask anyone out of just Black Ops 4, what are some of their favorite maps? Almost everyone will say 9. 9 is such a fan favorite for Black Ops 4. It's a very good map. So I really love it. Plus, it's a Roman Colosseum, and I think the whole Roman aspect, the Greek mythology, the whole mythology aspect is such a good combination with zombies. It introduces a whole new story to it. Ether is just some dark force beyond in the universe, like freaking Star Wars or something. This is something rooted into mythology, which is something we could all get into. I mean, we have Percy Jackson that everyone got into, Roman Greek mythology. You got all that you learned in school, so like we all know about it. Like this is all something that everybody knows about. You can make up anything you want about, came from the deep universe and blah blah blah, or we made it in a lab. That's cool and all. Ether was an excellent story, don't get me wrong. It's just, after 11 years, it does get old. And I think when they changed it up with Chaos, where it's an ancient evil, where it's some ancient force, like kind of like a witch, you know, like if you guys have ever seen the movie Suicide Squad, the evil person is a witch, an ancient witch, and it's like an ancient evil power it comes back, and I love that idea and how they correlate it with mythologies and history is insane. Like, and it's not even just mythology; they brought it into the Titanic. Like, that is such a cool thing. Like, I wish they could do that more. Origins is my favorite map of all time because it brings in World War I. It brings in history. It brings in all this very intriguing stuff. It brings in something that isn't just some made up world, some made up area with all this made up crap. It's something that is like could have existed, you know? Obviously, I mean, it didn't exist, but like the fact that it could have is what makes it like the fact that it actually makes enough sense where it could have is what's so intriguing and what really ropes people in my opinion. I really hope in COD 2020 they continue the Chaos storyline. If they don't continue Chaos storyline, I get it because people were so butthurt about it. But I do believe it has to be original maps. If I turn on COD 2020 and if one of the launch maps is a remake, I'm gonna be pissed out of my mind. Like you cannot make one new map. I mean, there are so many. I mean, you guys just use a Titanic, Coliseum, Haunted Mansion, Ancient City of Delphi. Use Paris. Use Big Ben Parliament in the UK. Use Stonehenge. Use the pyramids. I mean, look at the custom maps on Black Ops 3. Phenomenal. I mean, you got some custom maps that are better than real maps. Look at Leviathan. Leviathan is one of the best maps I've ever seen, and it's not even a real map. You would think people getting paid all this money at a gaming company wouldn't make a map that's like, you know, really good. Not some people who are like, yeah, I'm just gonna make some custom maps. Like it's insane that people who don't even work for Treyarch are better at working for Treyarch than the people that work at Treyarch. It's insane. But I'm getting off track. I'm supposed to talk about Black Ops 4. So yeah, map wise, it's a half and half. Voyage, I didn't like Voyage. Like it has a good Easter egg. It does have a good Easter egg. I love the map, how it is Titanic. I will say all the close quarters can get annoying. But overall, Voyage isn't a god-awful map. It is one of the lower. It's like my 6th favorite map on Black Ops 4. In this order, it goes. My favorite map is Alpha Omega. By far. Alpha Omega, by far. It's just that baby is way up there. Then Ancient Evil. Then 9, then probably, oh man, this is kind of tricky. Ancient Evil 9, then probably Classified. Classified's a good map. Dead of the Night, then Voyage, then Tag, and then Blood. I don't like Tag at all. Tagged or Toten, terrible ending. Waited 10 years to get one of the worst endings I've ever seen. I mean, if you guys are like, oh, what do you mean it's a terrible ending? Let me sum it up to you. Game of Thrones. If you think the Game of Thrones endings was bad, yo, man. The Ether story put that in the dirt. It's like, here's this 11-year story that we built up with this multiverse, all this stuff going on. Like, it's crazy, right? And we're going to end it by you not even seeing Pablo. 1. 2, there's no boss fight. 3, the final, 6 steps of the Easter egg are literally copy and paste. Like, literally, you do a step and say, all right, do it again. All right, do it again. All right, do it again. That's it. That's literally it. And then they bring back the Wonder Waff, and you're like, oh yeah, and they update it so it looks cooler. It's like a weird, different, high tech version, and it honestly looks so cool. It looks so good. It sounds good, and it's just you're like, oh yeah, this is it. And then you shoot it, and you're like, wow, I'm so glad I can be holding a freaking squirt gun. It does nothing, literally, unless you get a headshot. It kills 1 to 2 zombies. I'm not even lying. A wonder weapon that can only kill 1 to 2 zombies per shot. That is pathetic. That is not even worth your time getting. Unfortunately, you do need it for the Easter egg. Shocker. but oh my god, is it terrible. If you get a headshot, it's not bad, but you can't take one of the best runner weapons of all time and just say, all right, we're going to make it completely terrible, but required for the Easter egg. Stupid. And then they introduced the Tundra Gun, like an elemental thunder gun. And I think it is a cool addition because this map is based on, being frozen and, there's ice everywhere. So a gun that shoots snowballs, that freezes zombies, it's a good addition. Like, it's a good concept, except for the fact it sucks. And it doesn't really do much unless the zombies are in a super tight, compact group. It doesn't really do anything, and it's kind of useless, really. And it has splash damage. Like that's lame. And then you got the Thunder Gun. The Thunder Gun might be the best I've ever seen it in tag. I mean, it's just phenomenal. It looks amazing, sounds amazing. The effects when you shoot it are spectacular, and it packs a punch. That thing is powerful now. It's like very good. I love it. That is one thing they did right on tag. Then the Golden Pack-a-Punch. What's funny is like they brought in the Golden Pack-a-Punch for tag, and then people are like, man, this should just be the Pack-a-Punch anyways, because having to spend 15,000 points just to get my gun good is stupid. Like, I'm spending 15,000 points for double tap, essentially. That's not even worth it. And the double tap's not even that good. It's not even the OG double tap. It's just some crap version of it, which is so lame. I don't know. Then you got Speed Cola. They're like, oh, if you get all perks, your reload speed's faster. It's like, oh, okay, so we get Speed Cola, like free, like a bonus perk. Like, that's cool, all right. And then they're like, oh, by the way, the Speed Cola that you get is terrible, and it barely does anything. Like, I can reload my ICR, and if I get all my perks, say reload it faster, right? It literally takes off not even maybe half a second reload time. It's almost worthless. I guess it's a bigger impact on like LMGs, but nobody uses LMGs. So it's like, it's not even worth it. And then you got the Jug Removal. I have mixed feelings about it. I do believe Jug should not have been removed. All right. So in my opinion, in normal, there shouldn't be a Jug, because 200 health is a pretty decent amount of health considering the zombies are terrible and they can't hit you unless you stand still. But in hardcore and realistic, a Jug should be an option. Like in realistic, you are one hit. You should be able to have the choice to get more health to challenge yourself. And there would be like, if you do a world record, you can choose Jug or no Jug. That would be, that'd make sense. That's exactly what Black Ops 3 did. You have a Jug and no Jug option. But Call of Duty's like, you know what? Yeah, there's these crutch perks, double tap, Speed Cola, and Jug that everyone uses. So we're going to get rid of them, but kind of incorporate them into the game. So you still kind of have them. And then, add some new perks. So let me sum it up to you what they did. There are 3 crutch perks, so we're going to get rid of them. People complain for about a month. We're going to add them back, essentially. And then, with all the perks and their updates, we now have new crutch perks. Like, if you're camping, Stone Cold Stronghold's a crutch perk. If you're training, Stamina, crutch perk. Like, I think it's rather stupid that like they got rid of such OG perks. They shouldn't have gotten rid of them. They should have kept them in. Or if they did incorporate them the way they did, they should have been to their original power. That would have made way more sense to have them at their original power rather than bringing in some off-brand version. That's my opinion though. Also, I think everyone can agree to this, that Black Ops 4 has the best weapon camos by far. If you disagree with that, honestly, you obviously haven't played any other COD. Black Ops 4 has the best camos by far, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't even have to go in-depth with it, because either you agree with me or you're wrong, honestly. You can ask any Call of Duty player ever, and they will say Black Ops 4 has the best camos, without a doubt. Insane camos, just absolutely insane. What else to talk about? Ooh, special weapons. Special weapons, I like special weapons. I really do. I think they're really cool. However, I don't think you should just be able to have them. They're a get out of jail free card. And I don't think you should just have them. I don't think I should just spawn with a special weapon. I think it should be like Shadows of Evil, where I have to earn it. I have to do something to get it. With that being said, though, I do think you shouldn't have to do half an Easter egg to get it. It should be its own separate thing, where you can just get it without having to do any of the Easter egg. That is how I feel. I do really think the special weapons are a great addition. However, you have to get them. You can't just have them. I don't like that. Also, another thing I don't like the perk system. I love the selection of perks. The 17 perks, I believe 17 or 18 perks. I love them. I love every single one of them. Each one is unique. They have their own benefits, and you got a perk like Blaze Face, which are essentially useless. Like, they don't actually help anything. With that being said, though, it's so much fun to play with. I mean, literally, I could just sit in a corner. Then when I'm just feeling froggy, I could just zoom and kill everything in my path. It's so much fun. But in any other instance, it's completely useless. But who cares? It's a blast to play with, and I love that. And and I love all the perks. I don't like the perk system. I almost don't like the perk system. I like that I get to choose what 4 perks and where they're at. I like that, and which perk has the modifier. That being said, the modifier is an excellent addition, and I hope they keep it. What I don't like is that after my 4 perks that I choose, I cannot get another perk that I choose. I liked, for example, Origins. I got my 4 perks, and if I get the Golden Shovel, I can go in Zombie Blood and get a dig spot that gave me another perk slot. And I could go get another perk of my choice. I loved that. That is how it should be. That is how it should be. I do not like that any perk after is completely random, because nothing is more annoying than getting a perk you can't have. If you're doing a high round using the Secret Sauce Bandolier strat, if your free perk is Bandolier, you have to down yourself, because now you can't get Bandolier from Secret Sauce. That is stupid. That should not be a thing. With that being said, I do think there should be a way to get a free bonus perk that, like Buried, where you can get a free bonus perk like that. I mean, yeah. So and with that being said, you can't really control if you have, Bandolier or not. But I just do think that you should be able to get more than 4 perks of your choice after. But it shouldn't be just, oh yeah, I should be able to have 6 perks. No, it should be 4. And if you want more, you have to do something to get it, like Origins, where you have to get the Golden Shovel, then go into Zombie Blood mode, and then find a dig spot. That is a perfect example, where it's not too hard, not too time consuming. It's just a perfect amount, But let's talk about, all right, so Black Ops 4 has a lot of problems. And one thing we're going to talk about here is the history of the game. When the game came out, it was a train wreck. I mean, just a disgrace to not the Call of Duty community, but the video game community. I mean, an absolute embarrassment of a launch. The game didn't work. On zombies, if I got past round 25, I was surprised. It took me until mid-January to get past round 40. It took me until mid-February to even see the ending of a game. It took 5 months for me to see what the end game stats looked like, because my game crashed every time. You couldn't high round on any map. The highest round in the game was 60 for 3 months. And if you know Black Ops 4, you know how pathetic that is. That's super low. And it's just the fact that this game literally couldn't handle itself and couldn't load itself is so pathetic. And then it took them how long to fix it. And not only that, there's still so many problems in the game. For example, 9. You need to kill 4 gladiators to start the raw step. However, if you kill 2 of the gladiators at the same time, game glitches out and you can't complete the Easter egg. Not if you kill a Blight Father in the pit step while he's outside the lockdown area, glitches out, you have to restart and do the Easter egg again. What other? I can't even think of how many more there are. There are so many that just don't work. That if something is slightly off, the game's like, no, doesn't work. I've done Alpha Omega where the red crawler doesn't spawn. I don't know where he went, but he just doesn't feel like showing up. What else? Let me think. What else? Then you got the classified Easter egg 150. That wasn't even possible until mid-March. You literally couldn't even get past. I think the highest round was 108. Until they finally made the final update that made it possible, which is embarrassing. And I just think it's just terrible. And I think they gave up. They gave up on zombies. You can't say they didn't. They did. Because there's still so many glitches that they just don't care about, even though they're very popular glitches. Not to mention, Dark Matter, for example, it requires headshots to go through its phases. And which, I mean, is not a bad thing, except for the fact that it's also headshots for your Hellion and Bowie knife. So if you want to get the purple dark matter on your Bowie knife, you have to get 500 headshots. I've stabbed a lot of zombies in the forehead. You can't get headshots. You can't, which is stupid in my opinion. And what's really annoying is the fact that the Hellion is the same way. You can't do it. And the Hellion is one of the most used guns. And all in all, I think it comes down to the fact that the one thing, Black Ops 4 has the best camos by far. But I will say, without a doubt, one of the worst camos is Dark Matter. It's not a good camo. Diamond camo is phenomenal, though. Diamond camo is unbelievable. I love it. Everybody loves it. The rainbow effect in the final stage is insane. But Dark Matter could have been better. Should have been better, honestly. It's I don't know, but it is what it is. And if you don't like it, just put on a different camo. There's plenty of camos that are better than Dark Matter. You got the Nebula camo is better than Dark Matter. Diamond camo is better than Dark Matter. There's a few other ones that are reactive that are better than Dark Matter. So, I mean, overall, you have your options. There's a lot of good options, too. Like, I mean, and plus you got the Mastercrafts, which are all really cool. I love the Koshka Mastercraft. That's what I have equipped right now. Yeah, and then, but, Black Ops 4, as much as I talk down on it, there has some excellent things. Yes, the weapon camos are amazing. Not only that, it does have one of my favorite maps of all time. Not only that, I love Catalyst zombies. I love how they're in the game. I love them. And I really love how the specific AATs react with Catalyst. That is genius. I loved that. That is so clever, and I really do like that. And I really hope they keep that going. What else is really good about the map? I really, 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 really love, and I think everyone can attest to this, that when you get a max ammo, you don't have to reload. It automatically fills your clip as well as your stockpile. That is an excellent addition. Whoever thought of that, wow, genius. Also, in a private lobby, the host can pause the game. Another absolutely excellent addition to the game. That is a wonderful addition for high rounders, especially. We don't have to rely on a crawl space and rubber banding an X button on our controller to repair the barrier all night. I can just pause the game. With that being said, though, there are crashes that occur if your game is paused more than like 9 hours. So I mean, it's not a for sure like way to go. But you can pause if your game is paused for under 9 hours, you'll be fine. You really will be, and it's such a good addition. I love it. I do think though that on Black Ops 4, I believe it's impossible to join a game past round 4. I think past round 4 you cannot join a game, whether it's private or it's a private lobby or a public match. You can't join a game. In Black Ops 3, you can join a game mid-round 103 if you wanted to. But on Black Ops 4, you cannot do that. So I think I really hope that kind of rating where you can join into like your friend's game at round 60. If you can't, obviously if it's open or if you're invited, obviously you shouldn't just be able to just pop in whenever you feel like it. But then there's so many, overall, the Easter eggs really good. I think the game had a lot of Easter eggs that are really good. Had some bad ones, Blood of the Dead. High rounding is too easy in my opinion, way too easy. It kind of defeats the purpose of high rounds. If you brag about having all of your records on Black Ops 4, you're kind of a joke. With that being said, I have all my records on Black Ops 4, but we're not going to talk about it. But Black Ops, I don't brag about my records on Black Ops 4 because I know myself that they're not impressive. Like, I have round 150 on classified with 3 people. The record below me is 90. That is how easy it is. I know it's funny. We could have gone another 150 rounds if we wanted to. That's how easy it is. The high rounding isn't skill anymore. It's who has the most time on their hands and whose Xbox doesn't destroy itself. When you're playing for fun, though, I will say if you're just playing for fun, Black Ops 4 is a very good game. It's a very good game. But overall, I mean, I don't play for fun often, which is kind of sad, you know. Where the time's gone. I do all high round records and Easter eggs. So, you know, that's mainly what I look at. And unfortunately, high rounding is way too easy. And Easter eggs aren't that great anymore. There's some good ones. Like, for example, I mean, I already said some great steps they had. Ancient Evil has the hit your mark step. Excellent. Ooh, that is a good one. That is a good step. That is a good step. But overall, Black Ops 4 I do think is the worst zombies. It's not a bad zombies though. It is a good zombies, but it's just not the best. I truly believe it had potential to be the best zombies of all time. I truly do, but I feel like they gave up on it. I just feel like they're like, yeah, it works. You know, it works. You know, if they have problems, that's their fault. You know, and it's sad to say that, but it is what it is, and it's yeah. Hopefully, COD 2020 they they change that. They listen to our complaints and hopefully they fix some things. But I mean, with that being said, they didn't do it on Black Ops 4, but we'll see. You know, I didn't make the game, but yeah. So, in my opinion, on a scale of 1 to 10, Black Ops 4, strong 4, weak 5. I would say. It's not bad, but it's pretty average. It's barely below average. Yeah, I think it's too easy. It can be fun, but it's just mostly annoying, honestly. But yeah. So with that being said, I mean that's my opinion. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comment section below. Tell me how you feel. If you disagree or agree with me or anything, let me know. I'll try to answer as many comments as I can. I love debating with people. You know, I'm not gonna be ignorant and just be like, no, you're wrong, because you know everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know, unless your opinion is blood is better than mob blood, then you're probably wrong. But you know, it's different per person. It's personal preference. Like I said, like some people love tag. I hate tag because I hate it called the dead. So, you know, it's whatever. But I do love hearing other people's opinions about certain things, you know. I love hearing what people have to say about the game. You know, we're all in this together. I mean, we're all part of the zombies community, you know. If they make another crap zombies game, we're all going to have to play the crap zombies game. It's not really a decision thing. So, yeah, feel free to drop a opinion in the comments below, I guess. Feel free to do that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as well as you can subscribe to my channel. You can come to our Twitch. You can go visit any of our Twitches that are associated with Community Z. I am JSKRINE. My Twitch is also JSKRINE, so you can go to that. If you have opinions, you can come to my Twitch and even talk to me about them. I don't care. I'll debate with you live on stream. I don't care. I'm very passionate about Black Ops 4. I have like 45 days played on it, so I'm very passionate about this game because I've wasted way too much of my life on it for hating it as much as I do. So thank you all for listening. I'm sorry this is almost an hour long, but it's what happens when you have such strong feelings about a video game. But thank you. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.